Hi folks, and welcome to today's video, which is an unboxing and review video. So today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Furby Furblets Ray-Vee, which is the rainbow coloured Furblet. And I've got my tie-dyed Furby here because the Furby Furblets can interact with the full-size 2023 Furbies. So these are available for $9.99 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below, and if you do decide to purchase one of these, I would be much obliged if you use that link, as it helps the channel. So let's have a quick look at the box before we unbox this and try it out. So it says 45 plus. We've got a speaker there, so that's sounds, and we've got some little musical notes, so sounds and music. Pretend feed, because these have got a touch sensor on the mouth. I find a little bit of fluff coming out of this hole in the box. It's very amusing and a clever little idea. This is good to know. It speaks Furbish. It takes 3 button cells, LR44 cells, and those are included. And this particular Furblet is called Ray-Vee. It's rainbow coloured, and I'm not sure if it plays rave music. And then it says works with, and we've got a picture there of the full-sized Furby. We've got 6 different styles of these Furblets, and I believe that they all play different music. So let's unbox this now and try it out. You can see that it comes in this little tiny ball. I believe you press a button on the head and these ears sort of spring open. No plastic packaging again. All the things that I've unboxed from Hasbro this year, there's not been any plastic packaging on them, which is really good. Just got a little bit of string here to snip. So I've got the instructions here, and we'll take a quick look at those before we switch our Furblet on. So as we see from diagram 1, the on-off button is located in the middle of that fluff on the top of the head, and it shows the ears springing back when you press that button. So let's do that first. I thought this keyring clip might have been detachable, but unfortunately it isn't. You can see the battery door is on the bottom. Got lovely soft fur, but underneath it is hard plastic. It's not a cuddly plush. Let's switch him on. Okay, so he's got a button here, and I'm pressing the button, but nothing's happening. I wonder if the batteries are dud in mine. I think they must be. So I think I'll have to put fresh batteries in mine. Okay, I did it wrong, folks. Just before I put the batteries in, I thought I'll try pressing and holding, because I was giving a quick press and then it worked. So I just wasn't doing it right. It's a long press. I think they should have said that on the instructions. I must say, folks, this is very cute in its shrunken downness. It is so diddy. There's no moving parts on it. The eyes are just painted on. Would it be nice if it had those little eyes that you get in certain things like fingerlings, where they're very, very small and they're operated by a magnet and they can blink really quickly. Those would have been nice. But no, it's not got anything like that. They're just painted on. So that was a nice greeting. So moving on to diagram 2. Press head, then mouth to exit try me mode. I wonder if you've got to press them at the same time. I think that's taking it out of try me. It said press one and then the other, and nothing seemed to happen when I did that. So I pressed them both together and now I started chatting. So yeah, it looks like you've got to press them both together. So now on diagram 3, and this time it specifies a short press. So presumably all the others were long presses. So it's shown pressing the button on the top of the head will make it make a sound. Mine's just going to sleep now. So that's woke him up. Make some good sounds and tunes. That is very funny. That is very funny. So next we've got press the heart gem for music. That was funny. So next we've got the beak. Touching that will make the Furby eat. Oh, it's not a touch sensor, it's a teeny weeny switch. You can feel it when you press it. So there's no touch sensors on this, they're all switches. You've got the switch on the top that's for on, off and music or sounds. You've got the heart gem for music, or to put it into a mode where it communicate with other Furbies. That is a switch as well. And then we've got a little teeny weeny switch in the mouth to feed it. Yeah, so no touch sensors, just 3 switches. So next we've got press and hold for 3 seconds. So if you press and hold the button on the top of the head, that makes the Furblet go to sleep. There, it's less than 3 seconds, it's only about 2 seconds. Then we've got press and hold the heart gem. It'll make a noise, it'll say something. So just wake him up. And then we've got a press and hold of the mouth. It'll make it play music. So it just sings that one tune when you press and hold the mouth. So diagram 4, it's showing that you can fold the ears back down. That's really funny. It still carries on. It doesn't power down. You can have it like that. That's so funny. And you've still got access to the switch on the top of the head. and the heart gem. And after 1 minute of no interaction, the Furblet will enter sleep mode. So over the page, we've got interact with Furby. So number 1 points to the heart gem on the full-sized Furby. And it says you've got to press and hold for 5 seconds. And then number 2 says you've got to press and hold the heart gem on the Furblet for 3 seconds. So let's try that out. Wake them up. Okay, so I've got both the Furbies switched on now. And I'm going to hold these heart gems. That's great. So I had a bit of trouble with this until I got the hang of it. So what I was doing here was incorrect. You don't press both the heart gems at the same time. You press the large Furby's gem until it says further activated, and then you give a long press to the small Furby, and you have to keep giving a long press to the small Furby, or else the large Furby will come out of this sort of interaction mode. And sometimes I was forgetting that it's got to be a long press on the small Furby, because if you give a short press, it'll just play music. And finally, I found if I stood the Furblet on a box, the large Furby could hear it a lot better. And the final part of the instructions shows how you can get 2 Furblets to interact. I didn't realise that the Furblets interacted, but after seeing this, I'm going to have to get a different Furblet and see what they do when they interact. So to get 2 Furblets to interact, you have to press and hold the button in the mouths, and you've got to press and hold them at the same time, and then it shows them playing music. So if you've just got one Furblet and you press and hold the mouth button, it plays that tune, and it only plays that tune. So I hope it doesn't mean that every Furblet plays that tune when you touch and hold the button, and they all play that same tune, so you can press 2 at the same time and they'll play the same tune. I hope they don't mean that, because that wouldn't be interacting. I can't see how they would get them to interact though, because I can't see them having a microphone. Only way I'll find out is by getting another Furblet. So Paul, what do you think of this Furblet?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's funny, isn't it? The small size makes it funny. And that voice, That voice cracks me up because somehow they've made it sound small, like it's a small voice.
They made it sound really tiny.
They have, haven't they? Yeah. Yeah, the interaction's good. Yeah, I mean, you expect the interaction, of course, but yeah, it's good. It's funny. It's not extensive, but it is funny.
I'm really foxed about this business about it's supposed to sing with another furblet.
Yeah, you were saying you don't think it's got a microphone in, do you?
Well, I don't see how it's got a microphone in.
Because it doesn't need one in to communicate with a large Furby, because it's the large Furby that's talking about the small Furby, isn't it?
Yes, and you have to keep pressing the heart gem on the small Furby.
Yeah, so if you put two small Furbies together, and they've not got a mic in, which we don't think they have, how do they interact with one another? I mean,
yeah. How do they get the same song?
Does it say they interact in the instruction leaflet? The picture seems to indicate it, doesn't it?
It says harmonise with other Furbies.
Ah, right.
Harmonise.
Okay, so that doesn't mean they interact then. I see, so they don't interact because that picture's showing two Furbies with the buttons pressed at the same time. I think that's what that number one means.
Yeah, it says they've got to be at the same time.
So if you press them at the same time and they both start singing at the same time, you know, when you get that slight time difference in between the same song, it makes it sound like thick and as though it is like a harmony.
Well, I was wondering if it's the same tune, but they've done it slightly different.
Well, a different pitch, but it's still
different
harmonised
pitch,
with it.
or there's something a little bit different so they can jam. So it sounds like they're jamming.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm only going to find out when I get another Furblet.
Is it really worth buying another one to test that idea out?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, actually, that isn't the only reason. I didn't realise at first that each of these Furblets have got different songs and sounds.
Right.
Now, if they were identical and it was just a Plush covering that was different, there'd be no point in getting another one.
Yeah.
But no, they've all come with their own tunes.
I suppose they're only a tenner, aren't they?
They are, $9.99.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's well worth getting one to go with your large Furby.
Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know about buying two, but, you know, a tenner's not much today, I suppose.
Well, by getting another one, I'll be able to show my viewers if indeed it's worth getting two Furblets.
Oh, well, you better get one then.
So, folks, that about rounds it up for this video. I hope you found that entertaining and useful to some degree. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.